Welcome everybody to your King of the Ring Pro Pool race number 2 for the evening. It's your boy KLM Pace, and tonight I'm joined by our co-commentator Mr. Dino Cantino on the mic. Hope you guys are ready for some awesome racing around the Nürburgring GP circuit. And the gents are going to be racing in the Mazda MX-5 Roadster. Quite an awesome car to drive, and you'll see it on screen very shortly. This race is around the Nürburgring GP circuit. It's at sunny 5 o'clock time of day, and the guys are going to be racing with the BOP off as well as the tuning off. So the guys are putting these cars to the limit, max speed, minimum weight, making sure that they can get their chance to win the Pro Pool King of the Ring race. Dino, welcome, brother.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, man. Sorry about the first one that I missed. I'm so excited, but you know, duty calls.
Yeah, duty calls. I can understand that. Did you happen to watch the first race?
I did watch the first race, however, only the first 10 minutes. Then I had to go back to duty.
I understand.
I saw the first three battling it out: Chop Prince, Barblixum, and AM Racing. So if you can just give me a quick update, it'll be beautiful. I'm curious to know.
Yeah, so from the Pro-Am pool, we had Eleanor Barblixum, who finished in first place, AM Racing managing to finish in second place, and then Chop Prince in third. Mulgary was in fourth place. If I'm not mistaken, Jacques Yaya was in fifth. Gerito Mon in sixth. Jerry Supra in 8th, and Valentino was actually 7th. But very interesting, very nice race to have watched. The guys were battling it out bumper to bumper the whole race, and I'm pretty sure that from the comments I saw on the stream, the guys enjoyed it themselves as well.
That's always good.
Yeah, so as you can see, we've got the guys that are about to start qualifying very shortly for the Pro Pool A race. We've got Skitty 1, Eleanor Psycho Sheep, JOOR, FL Ace, RBS Performance, Mikhail 05, Wezo 9, Kuchi 999, GTP GTI, and SMP3 Pro. I must say that the names that I've just mentioned for this race are going to be really interesting to see, and I find that we will probably have a lot more bumper to bumper racing for this one.
I definitely agree with you. I'm actually quite excited now that I've seen the lineup. You didn't tell me about this lineup.
Yeah.
So I didn't have time to prepare this excitement. There's some massive names, you know. I'm actually very spite that I didn't join King of the Ring. Sure, I'll definitely join the next one.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Dino, you might be surprised. There is some things in the works. I will keep them under wraps for the end of the stream. So, guys that are watching, that have joined the stream, please do not go away. Watch until the end of the stream. There are 2 announcements that I have to make regarding King of the Ring that you sure do not want to miss out on. Those that have joined, also thanks for joining, guys. Please do leave a like on this video, as well as throw in any comments during the race. We will be reading them out and answering them as we can. And then also, please, if you can, do subscribe to the channel. I am trying to build the brand, as well as my boy Dino Cantino. If you can, do hop over to his YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe there.
Perfect, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Marketing for me, unpaid
unpaid marketing,
graphical marketing. Absolutely love it, love it.
100%. So, as everyone knows, King of the Ring 2020 series, it is silently sponsored by the gentlemen over at Sky Coffee Company. If you are willing to buy Sky Coffee, it is an essential item, so you are able to. You can hop over to their Facebook page, Sky Coffee Company. Otherwise, you can check them out on Instagram or Twitter at Sky Coffee Co. So please hop over there. Trust me, that coffee is like liquid cocaine. You really want to get it, and I've been enjoying it ever since. If we hop onto track quickly, we've got Eleanor Psycho Sheep. He's about to start his race. Very awesome livery done by himself. About to start his qualifying is GTP GTI and his very grey and Lumo Blue Sky Coffee branded car. Mr. SMP3 Pro, who's got his orange and white Sky Coffee Company car. FLAce, who's actually just head into the pits, I think just to swap his medium tires for softs. And a very...
Not qualifying, eh?
It is quali.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the outlap. I can only see 10 people, is that correct?
It should be 12. Should be 12. I think some have just dropped out and will come back in shortly. Some internet issues. We got Mikhail in 5th. Again, I think a lot of the guys in this pool like the grey color. And I think one of the most eye-splitting liveries on the track tonight is JOOR.
I am on him as you speak.
Yeah, that Lumo green looks like a tiger. Like a tiger actually scratched that car to give that livery.
Probably found Carol right there.
Yeah, Carol Baskin. Awesome stuff. He's just started his quali lap. We got RBS Performance in 7th. He's got his livery racing for Antoine as well. Awesome to see. We got Mr. Kuchi 999 in his red MX-5. Very simple yet classic liveries. SA flag on the side, proudly South African. And then our winner of the second race from round 1, Skitty 1, in a very Lumo yellow, you can't miss him. Starting his quali lap as well. Coming to the hairpin now. And then Wes09 in a Sky Coffee branded MX-5 as well, supporting the brand. Nice to see.
Best looking livery there, so.
Yeah, so the silent commenter, I don't know if you can hear him, is Mr. Ken Dog. Welcome, Ken Dog. Thanks for joining us.
How's it, guys?
So he's going to
I will say hello to you too.
He'll be giving us a few updates here and there, so you might just hear his voice every now and again. But for the both of you, I think we were chatting about this before we jumped on stream. What's your guys' thoughts regarding this race? Who do you have your money on? About this before we jumped on stream.
Somebody's got there. Okay, so I was going to ask you the same question. The money I would have had if it was not for lockdown, I would have put on podium. I would say Skitty.
Yep.
FLAs. And yes, number 3, 4, and 5 is going to be tough, but I'll say DTI and then SMP 3 Pro and Mikhail and JOO are just on behind them. So that's my 6.
Okay.
Because 3, 4, and 5 I think can be very close, but I think Skitty and Flace will maybe take 1st and 2nd.
Okay, 100%. I definitely do think this race is going to be quite close. And Kendok?
Exactly, Skitty, first of all. Then definitely 30. 30's going to be right up there. But I'm going with the outside chance on JOO.
Very interesting.
He's a very good underdog.
I think for me, P1, I really don't want to write him off, but our reigning king under the ring, Mikhail, I think he might actually pull a cat out of the bag on us for P1. And then definitely Skitty and a dogfight between FLS and JOO for 3rd place. That's where my money's at tonight.
Okay, Barb Blixham is mentioning that his money is on Mikhail and Skitty, so you guys know something that we don't.
Well, as I said, Mikhail didn't get that King of the Ring title in 2019 for nothing. Yeah. So hopefully we see why he is that reigning champion.
How's Tyre on the lobby?
So Tyre, if I'm not mistaken, is set to is quite low. I think it's about 2 or 3 times tire wear for as well as fuel wear. So judging by the last race, they can run the tires the full race, but they have to at least run both options of the racing softs and the racing mediums. Yeah, so they have to do a pit stop. No fuel needed based on the last race, and yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see what type of strategies the guys are running.
Yeah, that's actually quite intriguing, because then I will definitely put Mikhail on the podium as well. The only reason I didn't put him there is for controller and tire wear over 30 minutes. So if that's not there, I'll put him on podium.
100%. So I think judging by the last race, we saw it was quite interesting that a lot of the guys started off on soft tires and then pitted towards the end of the race onto medium tires. And yeah, I think it's going to be one in the same cases where guys will just use the medium tires for 1 or 2 laps and then just go from there. So yeah, I don't know. Your guys' thoughts in terms of strategy for this race?
Will there be a 20-second penalty if they don't use the same tire?
Yes, there will be.
Yes.
There will be.
Yeah, why are you laughing, Dean? You know why.
The whole manufacturer's scandal for yesterday. If it's within the rules, it's 20 seconds penalty, you have to take your chances. 20 seconds, or maybe try and risk 30 seconds more. A lot of people are going to take it. It's not cheating if it's within the rules.
Did you not see the update this morning?
I didn't see the update this morning, no.
Okay, check the update. They've actually changed it to penalize that exact thing. It was up to the rules and the fuel and all that stuff. Was about exactly that. It's like somebody complained.
Yeah. So Polyphony is gonna update that and penalize people.
Yeah, and it's already. It's on the. It's just this morning.
Interesting. Interesting.
Well, I'm in the lobby now, currently watching this race. I can't go out, even though my heart is breaking to go out.
Yeah, unfortunately. Just to run to the comments, guys. We've got Ron van der Walt, thanks for joining. Craig Gordon, all the best for the SA Gamers. Thanks for joining, bud. Stiganator, Evening Manna, Hardcore Plugging. Yeah, awesome to see that the guys are dropping in the comments. Well, Gary, finally racing. He's got his money on JOOR. We got Eleanor Bob Lixum, his money is on Mikhail, just like Dino said, as well as Skitty. So hopefully we see a dogfight between the two of them. And then tires are good for a full race, Bob Lixum says, who is our winner from the first race. The last 3 laps your tires start to feel like they are going.
I'm assuming Bob Lixum is only going to race now against time for these top guys, because if it was me, was he really pushed? Was he really going hard in the first race? Or maybe just slightly cruising after all. I'm not sure how AM Racing in his race at the end went, or Kendall mentioned that he was pushed out or something.
So with the Pro Pool and the Pro AM Pool, basically what happens is that they have 2 different point structures. So the Pro AM Pool earns a little less points than the Pro Pool, but with them, the top 2 or 3 I believe finishing where they did, they get to move up to the Pro Pool for the very next race. And then the bottom 3 from this pool would move down to the Pro AM pool.
Yeah, so normal relegation and promotion. Do you think Bob Lixum is going to try and compare himself with the actual final times yet?
I believe so. I think if a racer doesn't do that, are they really racers, to be honest? Because I think everyone that races the same track, same type of car setup, they want to compare themselves to those that are in the top pools.
Okay, there we go. I will send this over to you, my brother. I'll wait for your update. Cool,
so for your grid, Skitty 1 in first, Mikhail in second, GTP GTI third, Eleanor Psycho Sheep in fourth, FLAce in fifth, SMP Pro in sixth, Kuchi in seventh, RBS Performance in eighth, JOOR in ninth, Wes in 10th, and MUFC Monty in 11th place. Let's hope everyone gets off the grid today. And lights are out. Everyone is off. Race on, boys. Awesome start there by Skitty.
Good stuff. I'll have a look at the back, guys.
Awesome stuff by Skitty. Coming into the first corner with Mikhail in second behind him. SMP Pro actually getting the jump there on FLAce, falling into third. FLAce now in fourth place. Eleanor Psycho Sheep in fifth. JOOR making quite a couple of positions. He started in ninth and is now in sixth. But GTP GTI challenging him there.
Yes, I saw that from the back.
Great stuff by the boys here already. Awesome clean racing.
Clean, nice.
We've got RBS Performance in 8th, Wes in 9th, 10th is Monty, and 11th is Kuchi.
Fillets on the brakes. Oh, Psycho Sheep pushing Ganiwe off.
Oh, greatness. That's unfortunate. But these guys are bumper to the bumper, side by side, going into the hairpin now. Oh, it's quite interesting.
Let's have a replay on that.
Yeah, for
Psycho Sheep went out of his way to push off JOOR. I'm not too sure why. Maybe there was a previous incident.
Heading into the Schumacher S's now. The top 3 actually managing to pull away now. The 2.5 second gap.
That might cause 4, 5, and 6 to struggle to get up, especially with the slipstream. These 3 will probably try and break free with most probably bum drafting, I'm sure. 100%. If they don't want the rest to catch up.
100%. FLA is also trying to make a break from this group. Very interesting first lap already.
JOOR back to 9th. Probably some more streaming happening.
Wow. Kyle in the lead there.
Mikhail's actually in the lead.
It is off.
Oh, we got a bit
it's
of
spun.
lag here by... Oh,
Skitty off.
Skitty spun, unfortunately, at the last sector. He's down now into 11th place. Very, very unfortunate, trying to regain his position on track now.
GTI
As
is
well
also
as
off.
GTI, he actually also spun off. That's very unfortunate there.
This is going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a
lead.
They probably both wanted to go for the pits.
I think they might have had issues trying to get into the pits because it looks like
Yes.
FLA's now just coming out of the pits from his medium tires onto softs, as well as Kuchi from his medium tires onto soft tires. That is really, really unfortunate.
But it is
But
a 30-minute race, and I'm sure that they will still be able to make the most of it, especially with guys their skill level, right?
Definitely, definitely. I think they're going to be pushing quite hard. As we move to the front of the grid, Mikhail now in first place. SMP Pro, he's in second, following very close behind him. They're trying to obviously make their way up the field and pull away from the rest of the pack. While we got Eleanor Psycho Sheep in third. Hasn't bottled it yet. Hasn't bottled it yet. And then RBS Performance now up into fourth place with a bit of lag, unfortunately. Wes in fifth with JRR now in sixth, right on him. These guys are pushing each other up the hill to the Schumacher S's. MEFC Monty in seventh place. FLAs, who was in the pits, now in eighth, coming out. Skitty one, who had a bit of an oopsie at the end there, in ninth place from the lead. And then Kuchi in 10th. With GTP GTI in 11th place. So everyone now on soft tires, guys. So I think we had 4 guys that actually jumped into the pits to swap out their mediums, and obviously now trying to make their way to the end of the race on soft tires. When do you think that the guys running on softs will actually put onto mediums?
I think they're going to have exactly the strategy that the other guys did now, just on reverse.
So you think they're going to put on mediums at the end of the race?
27, 28 minutes going on thereabouts. I do think so, yes. Well, that's the strategy. I don't know the strategy going into the game, or to the race rather. Never call this a game. Into the race rather. So if you're saying it's 2 and 3, Barbuck's saying it's 2 and 3, so they're probably going to do it at the end then. Which seems
100%.
like a good idea now, because there was just absolute chaos at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, I think guys got a little bit too close there, so, and that's obviously what happened with some of the guys obviously spinning, not being able to keep control of their cars. Just joined SMP Pro, he's just left the pits. He's on his soft tire, second set of soft tires actually.
Second soft, yeah.
So it looks like he might have to make another pit stop towards the end. Just joining the battle for 7th now, FLAs, Wes and Skitty 1. These guys are battling it out just to try and make sure that they make inroads on the pack in front.
Well, I can guarantee you SMP3 Pro, Flace and Skitty also some of the top fastest here, so if there is anyone who can actually make a gap seem very, very small, it's these guys.
Definitely so, definitely so. Gents,
JRR,
unfortunately spinning off onto the grass after the hairpin. Was that a little bit of a nudge that he received there to go off?
I don't think so. He went wide.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate. Let's blame Carol Baskin for that one.
Definitely got a tiger scratch there, I believe. But I must admit, with his first lap, the way he's battling and everything, and shoving up, I think the guys probably got a little bit frustrated with him being this aggressive, especially on a 30-minute race. Usually what you try and do is let the race take its course, try and just get into a rhythm in the first 2 laps and not already trying to take over positions. That's just my experience. You're more experienced than I am. I'm not sure what your thoughts are about that.
No, I definitely agree with you there, Dino. I think that obviously the guys are trying to jostle for position and get as far ahead as they can, but at the same time, obviously doing it within the boundary lines and making sure that you're not affecting the other races around you, their races.
No. That's definitely true. Flace has left the room.
Ooh, Flace unfortunately DC'd. He's obviously left the room and had a bit of issues with his internet, so very, very unfortunate to see there from him. I think a few of us commentary and in chat as well. We're hoping to see him
Money.
up there. Yeah, we had our money on him.
We hope it is DC and not a rage quit for some reason.
Yeah, I really hope so, really hope so. Other than that, guys, have you guys driven this Mazda MX-5 by any chance?
I've done a lap or two in it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, only a lap or two, unfortunately. A lucky lap or two.
Okay.
Definitely. And yourself?
A few
I know
laps.
you did a few laps in it a couple of days ago just to prove some very crudback idiots
Yeah, I've been
wrong,
pressured
and you
by
did it. You did it.
I've been pressured by a certain somebody to do a few laps to try catch them. So yeah, but I must say it's one of the cars I actually really like in this game.
It is.
It's
Strangely
very,
enough.
It's very, very nice to race with, and I'm surprised that
Very.
the Polyphony doesn't use this car a lot often for the daily races.
Dailies.
It's actually very, very strange. Mikael is starting to put up a huge gap between himself and Eleanor Psycho Sheep, to be honest. And RBS is actually keeping up with Psycho Sheep as well, which is very impressive. Seeing though that not just driver skill, he has almost thought RBS is off, but he's lagging like a
Lagging,
driver in a
quite a bit
popcorn
of
machine.
lag. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of lag, cutting the grass for us while he does it. And we've got Monty currently in 4th place, keeping it very cool and calm. I don't know if you guys have
GT and
noticed.
SMP3 are already back on JRRs.
I don't know if you've
Slip
noticed the
streaming,
front of Monty's car. Tonight's biggest
No.
loser.
You have a look. Some of these people can really, and they support you. Pace Motorsport, King of the Ring. It's
Yeah.
also beautiful. What is it to back? Please be patient.
Please
have
be
a
patient. I have a 4-cylinder.
Hey, but that's what it's for this thing of take that.
The humor.
Awesome stuff.
The humor.
Awesome stuff. And then
Yeah,
5th
Rowan says if
place.
Mikael keeps us together, he's got this, and I think I agree with him, to be honest.
I must agree.
But you
with
never
him.
know. Psycho
Yeah,
Sheep's
anything could
got
happen.
years of experience, and that might count towards him.
100%. I'm just joining the battle now here with SMP3 Pro and Skitty1. I'll go on board with him if I can.
Ooh, you got a 1-second penalty there.
Yeah, these guys are bumper to bumper at the moment. In clear air as well, while they're also trying to chase down Jay.
They are also...
Ooh,
Yeah,
a bit of a nudge.
They should nudge bump each other, to be honest, to start making up this gap, because they've only got 14 seconds in it to the lead, and Mikael hasn't pitted yet. So after
That's
pit,
true.
it'll probably be about 6 or 7 seconds, and then there's nothing in it.
That's true, and they actually pitted as well. I don't think Skitty pitted, but I do believe SMP Pro pitted.
SMP Pro put it, yes.
100%, so we'll see what
But
he can
remember,
do.
you went for the soft, eh?
It might be, I actually thought about it now, it might be a glitch. He may have been on mediums and the game read it as softs. So he may actually have pitted for his soft tires from mediums.
Oh,
Yeah.
Been seeing that a lot lately in some of the other lobbies.
Oh, he clicked too fast and maybe clicked the wrong one by mistake.
100%.
It happened
I've
to me
just-
about 3-4 days ago.
Ooh, Skitty running wide again.
Oh man.
Seems to be having a lot of
too
trouble. A lot of trouble with that chicane, pushing quite hard there. As he joins just in front of Wes now. Wes behind him.
I will just use that slipstream, bro.
100%.
I
And
was
Skitty
Wes.
now with dirty tires. I think he might have to brake up quite a bit earlier for turn 1. Let's jump on board with Wes. He's right behind him now.
Come outside, yes.
Come outside, exit
Skitty
faster.
braking later. Coming for the
He's gonna
cutback,
slide.
but running wide. Ooh,
Skitty's clever. Oh, that was clever.
that was a good
Slide it
move
out.
there by Skitty for defending.
Oh, that other thing that they've changed on the upgrade is they...
Oh, and SMP goes off left wide.
is the slipstreaming is going to be almost non-existent.
I believe so, yeah. They're probably switching back to the old settings.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen the update that's mentioning that. So for me now, with the manufacturers being able to choose new cars for the next season, as the first 10 rounds now are null and void, and just using it as an exhibition due to the lockdown, I think to choose a manufacturer now is going to be very difficult because every single car's schematics might change. Even just by a little bit, it might shove the advantages of a certain car into a different direction.
Yep, 100%. Sorry, just jumping up onto the battle here with second place. RBS Performance, only half a second in it. Him behind Eleanor Psycho Sheep. And they're definitely battling, but I'm looking at the lead that Mikhail has now up to 6.6 seconds, so he's definitely pulling away.
And not even pushing.
Yeah, and RBS Performance previously was a very good A driver apparently, but apparently the last couple of weeks or months he's just not been truly into it. So I've seen some phenomenal races from him, the flash in the pan type races where he just brings out his natural talent again.
100%. It's nice to see that he's actually joined this race as well. As you mentioned, he has been quite distant in terms of the GTSport world. Just shout out to Psycho Sheep here. He's one of the Heat and Proxer boys as well. Bob Luxem giving him a shout out as well, and quite chuffed. I think he's probably quite chuffed to find himself in second place.
Hey, don't talk too soon, eh? That bottle might just open up for us.
Yeah, might be our little boy here with RBS being in our Lexus group, and myself and Kim are obviously rooting for him. No, it's lag. It's lag. I was going mad as well, don't worry.
We got Monty's right behind them, still 2 seconds behind, with JOR trying to chase them down as well. 3.5 seconds behind Monty. SMP3 Pro 2.5 seconds behind them, and then Skitty with Wes falling a little bit behind now. Kuchi in 9th. GTI in 10th.
Skitty's going for fastest lap as well.
Yep, and our one retiree unfortunately
without slipstream. So he's flooring it.
He's definitely flooring it. GTI currently now with the fastest lap at 2:04.5. If I'm not mistaken, Bob Luxem had done a 2:04.4 in our first race, so
yeah.
These guys keeping it nice and tight. But Mikhail on it.
Smooth operator that boy.
Smooth operator. I think he's probably got that playing on his radio inside that car.
Smooth operator. Just for the guys that don't know the song.
So guys, I think, I'm not sure if you guys have been following, but there's been a whole lot of esports and particularly sim racing this week. And have you guys been following a lot of the sim racing, such as the Solidarity race that took place yesterday? There was obviously the Sirocco Cup Challenge that I was part of yesterday as well. I don't know, I know that you guys quite focus a lot on the FIA manufacturers and nations races, but have you been following some of the other sim racing communities leagues by any chance?
I will be honest, I have not. To be quite fair and true to you, for some reason, this is my family, the GTSport, and if I extend myself towards a community or something, I do it flat out. I feel disloyal if I watch other things, or even to say no to guys who ask me to play dirt rally with them, or there's a Zeta Corsa that everybody's talking about, etc. I'll feel disloyal. I don't know why.
It's too much to be doing.
Also,
a lot, eh? Yes.
Yeah, I think of late now with this lockdown and the epidemic that we've got going on in South Africa, there's a lot of obviously new challenges that a lot of the guys from different racing communities have started up, and kind of get a lot of people. There's basically too much to choose from now.
Yeah. But it's exciting in one way, you know that. I mean, you get to meet a lot of new guys and all that. And yeah, but I don't know. There's so much to choose from. That you will be having fights with your mistresses and all that. Because now your time will be behind the TV 24/7.
It's absolutely phenomenal, to be quite honest with you. I'm just having a look at Skitty 1 here now. Just 2 laps ago he was 2 seconds behind Mikhail. He's now 17 seconds behind Mikhail, and he just had the fastest lap of 2:04.59.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I think also when we were looking at him, he was still battling with SMP Pro. He seems to be catching up about half a second a lap, which is quite interesting to see.
Very, very quite fast.
But yeah, fastest lap 2:04.559. He's definitely on it.
And I think what he's going to have either the advantage or the disadvantage, depending on his passing skills or his overtaking skills, is that each one of the people, the difference between S&P throw is 1.2 seconds, then 2 seconds ahead is J double, then 1.2 seconds is Monty, then 2 seconds is performance, and then another 3-5 seconds is Psycho Sheep.
100%.
So
It's tightening up.
he's going to be able to catch slipstreams the whole time.
It's tightening
So
up.
if he manages to slip past them properly, let's say on the straight, for example, he's going to be in a slip for the next 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 laps, while Mikhail is going to have no slip. So very interesting to see.
Very interesting. I'm on board currently now with SMP3 Pro. He's busy hunting JRR, but accumulating penalties through the first sector. I'm quite interested to see where he ends up, because I think if he gets within 12 to 14 seconds of Mikhail, the race leader, we might actually see a change of the position come the end of the race, because SMP Pro has done his pit stop.
Yeah, how much seconds do you lose in a pit stop about here? 9, 8, 9.
If I'm not mistaken, it's about 8-9 seconds, but
It's just tire change.
yeah.
This is going to be very interesting to see.
Jay seeming to pull out the lead, but Skitty behind him actually catching up. And if I just jump ahead to RBS Performance, he's starting to lose ground with Psycho Sheep now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Monty seeming to start catching up to RBS Performance, so he's got the hammer down. But surprisingly, a lot of the guys picking up penalties.
Especially on the last or the final chicane as well, and the first one, they try and exit too fast. But with the settings not being able to let them actually slow down by designated points, most of them just ride it out. Sometimes when they brake a little bit too much, automatically counts down. So I don't think the penalty system is as effective as it is in like FIA races or the GTSport races.
Yeah, 100% agree with you.
As within lobbies.
100% agree with you there. Surprising, this Pro Pool race, not as tight as we thought it would be.
Yeah.
But guys are
Only
starting
due
to
to
close
one or
up.
two instances, yes.
Yep, but guys are starting to clear
Otherwise,
out. Ooh, Skitty definitely on it right now with a 2:04.1 fastest lap. He's now within a second of SMP Pro, so he's definitely hunting the pack now.
This is exciting to see. He's down to 16 seconds. About 5 laps ago, he was 19.8 seconds behind Mikhail. He's picked up 3 seconds in 5 laps.
Yep, he's pushing. With 10 minutes to go, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I think Dean mentioned to me earlier today, it's amazing that a car like this, which is an N300, is doing the same type of lap times as a Group 4 car on GTSport.
It's insane. It's insane what tuning can do.
It's insane.
And that's also something I wanted to mention and ask, because all of these guys obviously were able to tune their cars, etc., etc. So that might also make a big difference within the internal rating, or not the rating, internal results of the game.
Yep.
So you don't have to just be fast or a good driver or know the track, but you need to know how to tune as well.
100%. I just noticed Psycho Sheep now from second place, unfortunately in 5th, and he's got a bit of lag on his side as well. Wonder what happened there.
2:11 his last lap.
Looks like he had a bit of an off coming out of the chicane.
What did he do?
well.
He bottled it.
Yeah, he bottled it. And Skitty now just making his way in front of SMP3 Pro.
Right behind.
Awesome move there. And in a very
He's clever, he's going to
position.
leave his battling for the straights, otherwise he'll lose too much time.
100%.
A lot of people try and overtake at the chicane or that first corner just before the Schumacher race. So I still need to learn all these names. I saw this afternoon in the lap guide, you know all the corners off by heart. Super GT knows all the corners off by heart. I'm just a wannabe, it looks like.
Well, actually, when I did that voiceover, I was looking at the lap,
sheet.
the track. Yeah.
I thought
But I do
made me
remember
feel
some
so
of them.
incompetent and insufficient funds.
I do remember some of them. So you're watching JRR now. He's closed up to the back of Monty massively here.
Yes, man.
Within half a second. As
Can
well
you hear
as...
him talking to himself there?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's definitely talking to
And
himself.
yeah, you're talking to himself. Come on, I
Jump
got
on
this.
board.
I got this.
Yes, he's a beast. He's a beast.
Ah, yeah.
These guys are chasing
So he's doing
each other
exactly
now.
what I mentioned earlier he's going to do. is the fact that he is slingshotting literally with one massive slipstream, and he's 0.3 up on his time. So he's slingshotting 6 people slipstream to try and catch up to Mikhail.
100%. And gentlemen, just to make you aware, Psycho Sheep now dropping 2 places, SMP Pro taking him as well as Skitty 1. Skitty 1 actually took him at turn 1, and now Psycho Sheep falling behind into P6, but he's still battling with SMP3 Pro.
Got to his head.
Definitely, as soon as you lose that rhythm, eh?
Yeah. I think we might see him pit very shortly though for new tires, because he's got, I think, the worst
we
tire
have
wear.
A close battle for 2, 3, and 4, guys. If you want to tune to that.
Looking at that now, Monty, how
come on,
RBS performance.
Come on, RBS.
Oh yeah, hey, forgot about a show today.
Yeah. So Monty just needs to slip to the left, but guys, we are commentators, we have to be even field.
100%. Watching RBS, he's teleporting around this track currently.
Yeah, no.
And Monty coming on the outside of him, on the inside. Oh, he's sitting behind him now. I'm on board with Jay, watching his view, and RBS actually ran wide. Monty's on his inside, and now Jay.
Jay is going to take this one because RBS was the wider line, so it's more exit speed.
So we jump back.
Double OR is going to take it.
Monty
it is the 2 Lexus boys.
JOR taking Monty now. But if you look right behind Monty, it's Skitty. This battle for second place is hotting up already, gents. Guys, let's hear your voice. Let your voices be heard in the comments as well.
2.75 and 3rd place.
Skitty now down the inside of Monty. Skitty is on a roll.
Pace, be very honest, how much would you have liked to be in this race?
Damn it. No, I would have loved to be in this race, but you know what? As many races as I've been doing of late, it's nice to actually watch one and see what guys are doing. It's not often that I get a chance to watch a race.
Come Jay.
So
Skitty now on the back of JOR on the back of
I'll let Skitty pass, to be honest with you.
No, I wouldn't.
If I know someone's going to be faster than me in that race, I'll quickly make peace with it, but I will use that to my advantage. I'll let him pass and just take his slipstream and try and increase my lap time as well, but he's only going to be in his slipstream for a lap, then he's gone. That's the only other problem.
Think of it this way, gents. Skitty 1 and JOR are both part of EKZ Motorsport, and they are teammates in the LNR series, so I think there's obviously no bad blood between them, and they might actually try and help each other out to get past RBS performance.
But as is JOR and RBS also in the same Lexus group. So JOR is in the middle currently as well. Yeah. So he needs to make up his mind.
Sandwich, definitely. Oh, look at this.
Oh yeah, he got him. Oh no.
Oh, Skitty down the inside.
Stay on the outside.
JOR takes it back.
Yes.
Jay fighting
and Monty
back.
comes in because they fight
stuff.
Monty is pitting.
And Jay on the inside. Ooh, bit of lag there by RBS performance. But awesome racing now. As we just go down the grid, Psycho Sheep now in the pits for his soft
so
tires.
Mikhail is going to take it, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, definitely.
100%. Monty now.
Team controller.
And GTI 10th. Just go back to 15 seconds in the lead. Monty in second, and JOR in third with Skitty.
Jay's gonna take him on. Come RBS, give Jay the space, man.
So
every time he goes wide something, I want to make a comment, and I just tell myself keep quiet, lag.
Yeah, it's a lag. Yeah.
All those watching this stream currently, guys, please do throw your comments into the chat. Let's hear what you guys are thinking of this race. I think it is heating up towards the latter stages.
Everyone is saying Skitty is just class. I could not have said that better.
I can't not agree with Ruan there. But remember, I think we still have to wait for JOR and Skitty to head into the pits for their medium tires. But definitely trying to secure their positions here. I think Jay is just trying to bide his time, and I think he is also
RBS is going to get a podium
lag,
here, boys. Watch this space.
RBS proving his worth currently.
He's defending like a machine. Clean defending also.
Jay
Oh
gave,
no, Skitty.
Jay gave Skitty the.
Ooh, but Jay's
He
in
put his
second,
indicator on.
RBS is in third,
Yeah.
fourth now, and Skitty's
Skitty
in
nipped his
third.
inside though.
Amazing. I wonder what happened there. It's quite interesting.
I
The
saw.
corner before Jay put his indicator on to let Skitty go through,
Oh,
and then I
interesting.
think something happened.
And now JOOR 1.2 seconds ahead of Skitty. But if you guys have noticed, SMP3 Pro now is in
Hey.
5th place. And Skitty is only pitting now with RBS Performance right behind him. JOOR as well. SMP3 Pro is in second place.
Absolutely
Mikhail's
wonderful, yes. I just wonder how that nudge on RBS took with Skitty now.
Yeah, I
This-
think they
there's
definitely
a review panel or something.
They definitely will be reviewing that, I'm sure. Mikhail's also pitted. He's now just come out the pits 9 seconds ahead of SMP Pro. JOOR in 3rd place ahead of MUFC Monty, so he got the jump on him in the pits.
SMP throw pulled it off, eh? Well done.
And Skitty won in 5th place. Skitty still has an opportunity to make it to the podium with about 2 laps left. And RBS Performance now in 6th place, losing out massively. But now he's got Psycho Sheep to contend with. So Psycho, having pitted a bit earlier, is now out with warmer tyres than what RBS Performance has the chance to get back into 6th place. Kuchi now in 8th, Wes in 9th place with his Sky Coffee Company branded car, and GTI, who was also one of the unfortunate victims at the beginning of the race at the chicane, in 10th place. So if I
WR
just
and Monte
join,
having a good battle, and I think Skitty is loving the battle by 3 and 4 because it will slow them down for him
100%.
just to pounce.
100%. Just watch on board now with Skitty. He's got RBS Performance also hot on his heels and his slipstream, so it's going to be quite interesting finish here for the guys trying to battle it out for 3rd place.
MC pitted before, eh? 2 laps before.
He pitted about 2-3 laps before here.
Before, okay. But only one anyway.
But I mean, the tires are holding up quite nicely. It's just a
Yeah.
case of who has less fuel, which at the moment is Skitty. He's obviously got a lighter car than the rest of them, so he can actually go a lot quicker if he has to. And I mean, if you're just looking at
It's only got
his
32 seconds left.
Yep, and if you're looking at his fastest lap, he's definitely on it. Kyle now in turn 1 on his final lap. SMP3 Pro, he's on his final lap now. And then Monty, JOOR, and Skitty, RBS, and Sheep all now beginning their final lap.
Oh, at least I got the JWO.
I think GTI might make the last lap as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, he just missed it.
He's made it actually.
Did he make it?
He just made it.
With a split second, I think his heart is pumping.
Yep. So JOOR still in 3rd. Monty falling slightly behind now. Skitty trying to make up ground. And RBS Performance right behind them as well. Ooh, unfortunately, again, Psycho Sheep bottling it once again. Now Kuchi up into 7th and Sheep in 8th. I wonder what happened to Sheep. Seems like he's having a bit of a terrible race now to the latter stages.
Mikhail up to 12 seconds after pitting.
That's crazy. This
From
man,
9 seconds, so over 4 laps, 3 seconds out of SMP3 Pro. So this guy's absolutely flying.
100%. If you look at his car, it's absolutely clean right now. He's had no issues having to stick around the pack, bumping and grinding with anybody. He's been keeping it nice and tidy. And I think, Dino, you're quite happy with him. One of the controller boys actually
Oh yes,
leading
definitely.
King of the Ring currently.
Tell me, does he use analog sticks or does he use the same way that Sunbird Donkey did with the 6-axis? Do you know? Does anybody know?
I think he uses his analog sticks. But he's coming now to the final corner. 12 seconds ahead of the group.
Flash your lights, boy. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Awesome stuff there
Well
by Mikhail.
done. Oh,
Having a look at him in his cockpit, happy as ever, finishing P1 for the King of the Ring Pro Pool.
here's the drive of the day.
SMP3 Pro,
SMP
Ken Dog's
Pro.
driver of the day. He's finishing
He
now in
calls me top.
second place.
And
And in
here's my driver.
third, JOOR, flashing his lights
Flash
for
it,
third
boy!
place. Monty in fourth.
Shakespeare!
And
Skitty,
RBS only jumping on today as well, right? It's the first time we did some laps just earlier this afternoon.
100%.
Oh, yeah, it's
Skitty,
in Durban, eh?
great comeback by him in fifth. RBS in sixth.
Nice.
Kuchi in seventh. Great drive by him, I must say. Psycho Sheep in eighth. I think he's quite bruised and battered from this race. In ninth place, we got GTP
GTI managed to pass Wes in the last lap.
wow, awesome stuff there. And Wes in 10th. But guys, what an awesome race, and I think class for our boy
yeah.
Mikhail.
Absolutely beautiful. Somebody says you cursed Mr. Sheep, Mr. Commentator.
We
Who
cursed
cursed
Sheep.
him? Which one?
I wonder who that was. I
That
wonder.
was
it
beautiful.
was-
Let me save the replay.
100%. As I said, Mikhail, your winner today for the Pro Pool A race. He finishes in first place. SMP3 Pro, our driver of the day, I believe. He finishes in second with an awesome strategy and great racecraft. JOOR, Tiger King himself, in third place. MUFC Monty in fourth. Great drive by him as well. Skitty 1, a great comeback in fifth. RBS Performance in sixth. Kuchi in seventh. Eleanor Psycho Sheep in eighth. In ninth place, GTP GTI. 10th was Wes. And 11th, our retiree FLS. So guys, awesome race
That was
there.
beautiful. Right?
Interesting
Awesome.
race. I think
Yeah.
a lot of talking points. And,
You see there, Skitty says RBS Performance, apologies for the contact. Although there was contact
Yeah.
there, so there's definitely going to be a review there. But I think RBS is not one guy that's too choppy with stuff like that. I think he might be happy with his results. Anyways, I don't think. And Mikhail says, Skitty, I hope I wasn't the cause of your incident.
Yeah, let's hope not. I think there was a bit of bumping and
Ouch,
grinding
body.
into the chicane on lap 1 that we didn't actually catch on camera. But I think with the guys, they probably put in some reviews after the race, and I think our stewards team will have a look at it.
And may I ask, who's your stewards team? Place and place.
Top secret.
Oh. Sorry,
Yeah,
so
we
obviously, is
we
there
were-
a stewards team, basically, is what I want to ask.
There is, yes, there is.
You see, the guys are very gentle with each other, Mikhail 5, not at all, and I told you RBS, keep him, it's racing.
100%.
Very cool.
100%. But yeah, awesome race here by the Pro Pool A guys. I think a lot to take away, and yeah, very interesting to see that some of the guys that you guys never put on top ended up finishing, but in the mid pack. But I think hats off to me. I'm actually gonna pat myself on the back. I picked the winner, Mikhail.
Yes, that's good. You and Barblocks both picked Mikhail as the winner.
100%. 100%.
Okay, so I'll join the next team in the ring. Maybe I can finish mid-pack as well.
Definitely. So, Dino, thanks for mentioning that. 2 announcements, guys, for those that are watching.
Give the news. I was waiting the whole race.
The first announcement is that for our next race, our 24 contestants that are battling it out for King of the Ring 2020, the next race will be obviously on the Nürburgring track, but the car class, the settings, as well as the fuel and tire wear will be determined by our viewers. So in the next few days, I will be posting a SurveyMonkey link across all the communities that race and play GTSport. In that SurveyMonkey, it will ask what car class, what tire wear, what fuel wear, what race settings that the guys must race on, and this race will obviously take place within the next month or so. So please do look out for that. It's going to be very interesting to see what the community picks for these gentlemen, and yeah, I'm very excited to see what the choice will be. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Well, perfect. Just quickly before I'm going to jump to that one, I said Gita is blaming RBS Performance. He took him out on lap 1. So, in fact, there might actually be a review coming your way that is at the end.
100%, and I think it was obviously then down to lag because we did see RBS Performance jumping up and down most of this race.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the race for next week and you leave it in the hands of the community, that is a very, very, very big razzle gamble, but I think it might be one that everybody will enjoy. You can
100%.
consider me one of the first ones who will put my survey in there, definitely.
100%. And for you, Ken Dog, What do you think
Sorry.
might come of that?
Sorry, I missed that whole thing. I was watching the replay.
No problem.
Can
I
you
We're
see
going to
what
put out a survey to determine next week's race, the car class.
Yes, that's perfect, eh? That Survey Monkey like GTS, perfect.
100%. So do look out for that, guys, in the coming days. It will be interesting to see what you guys' choices are. And the second announcement that I will make tonight is that the next race, we will also have another 2 races that will take place. So apart from the Pro pool and the Pro-Am pool, those guys will race as normal. However, I will be opening up a
Wildcard.
registration link for anyone who's willing to take part in their own King of the Ring invitational race. So guys, 16 guys will be able to sign up. Sorry, 15 guys will be able to sign up. And first come, first serve. Whoever wants to join, just so that they can obviously take part with whoever it is in the community, is more than welcome to join. One rule though, that the contestants that are competing for the King of the Ring title of these 24 gentlemen unfortunately won't be able to join, but anyone else within the surrounding communities of GTSport will be able to sign up for this invitational race. So Dino, here's your chance, bro.
What track is it?
It's going to be around the Nordschleife, the long one. So I think you should get to practicing, bud.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do some track experience with that thing there. So I'll just check, because I have literally only driven like 7-8 laps on it before. I hated it.
100%.
Because I'm a guy that's robots and I need to memorize the track. And that's just way too long. So maybe I can have a private room or lobby with you and stuff, because you're not going to be entering that race, are you?
No. I'll be streaming it again.
So maybe during the course of the week or something, I can have a flyby with you, if you don't mind, and then
No problem.
give me a few pointers, and then I'll enter. But everybody's going to
100%.
want pointers from me, and they'll say it's unfair. But yeah.
Yeah, so as I said, it is first comes, first serve. So the first 15 guys, we will try and get you in, and we'll obviously stream that race as an invitational race. The second
send the
part
link
to
to me.
this, the second part to this is
Can I be an in-race commentator?
for, well, while you're driving.
Yes.
Sure, more than welcome.
And be on your stream.
Just we don't want any swear words, please.
I don't swear on
Tina
stream.
doesn't swear at all. Doesn't swear at all.
Okay, cool, no problem. The second, the second part to this, and this is, I think, the thing that I'm a bit more excited about, is that
Give it.
there will
Give
be
it.
another invitational race. However, this one I am going to be selecting specific gentlemen to take part in an invitational race as well. You will know a few of these guys. I'm not going to mention any names, but they are, the one hint I'll give you is that they are the cream of the crop in terms of GT Sport. So I will be streaming a race. I will be streaming a race. Dad. I caught that
Ken Dog,
late,
do you
son.
know?
No, I said I won't be available.
Dang.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Carry on, sorry.
I will be streaming a race where we will be watching something reminiscent that happened about a month ago between LNR and GTSA, where we've got the cream of the crop
Oh,
in terms
nice
of GT, in terms of the GT Sport South
I
African
love
racing community.
I was wondering why GTA has beat them today is all of a sudden watched or liked your Facebook page. All makes sense to me now.
It does, right? So do
So I'm
watch
not
out
going to
for
be
that
very
one.
surprised. That's just the hint everybody can
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
next
Tina,
race.
you better practice sound line. It was a fantastic race that. Oh,
Yeah, the next race will be taking place mid-May, just before. No, actually not just before lockdown ends, but mid-May, just after lockdown, supposedly supposed to end. Do look out for it. More announcements will be on my Facebook page, KLM Pace. So do follow me there, as well as my Twitter and Instagram. Otherwise, do keep following my YouTube channel, which I will post as many updates as I can, and be announcing it within my streams on what will be taking place. So do look out for that, guys. It's going to be really, really awesome to watch. And as I said, it's going to be... I'm excited. Like, I can't express how much excitement I have for the next round of King of the Ring. So do look out for that, guys. Gents, any thoughts, last comments that you'd like to share with the guys?
Yeah, the racing was absolutely beautiful. I'm just having a look at all the chats now. So people are slightly complaining, not complaining, about people were shoved in that first corner, which caused me to hit place. Jay, sorry for that push into the grass, and Sheep, you did bump me, yes, and I see it was purposeful,
Mm,
etc., etc., etc. So you and your stewards are going to have your hands full, but at the end of the day,
Yeah, I'm just watching the
phenomenal
replay.
race, man. That chicane, just let people through. Don't take people out in the first lap. That's my opinion as also a racer that likes that course.
yep.
But just wait for it. Right? Not every single chicane or hairpin is a move
Overtake.
or take.
Mm.
Yeah, especially with the long straight afterwards. So just take it on the straight. Wait one sector.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, you know what, in the heat of the moment, the guys obviously get a bit flustered and aggravated with what happens, especially on lap one. But all is fair in love and war, and I'm hoping that the guys can move past it. Eh?
Yeah. Also, I
They
think
will.
what I've just noticed now is also perhaps due to the tuning though and BOP being off or on off. I'm not sure, but the weight of the cars, the gearing, and the brake balances might be different. So each
Mm,
one's braking line, if one person doesn't compensate, it's going to have a domino effect. So I definitely think, like I said, it's all fair in love and war.
hmm.
So let's see if you get a review or not. I don't think it's that all fair in love and war.
Yeah, we'll
Because it
see.
is at the end, King of the Ring, paid for entry, massive things at stake. So definitely elbows are going to be out, I think.
100%, 100%. Any last thoughts and words from yourself, Kendall?
No, to say, very happy with these guys with their race day.
Mm,
It was fantastic. It was exciting racing. And out like the guys actually put time out on their liveries and all that. They're well done, guys.
yeah,
Beautiful.
100%,
And
100%.
Sky coffees and what. I see some guys even putting Pace Motorsport on their out. They pay us or something.
Yeah, representing, man, representing the host.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true, true, true.
Definitely, definitely.
Anyway, guys, to end off, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks, guys.
King of the Ring Series 2020 is silently sponsored by Sky Coffee Company, so do find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It is an essential item. It is something you can buy, so do support them. Thanks for joining us tonight as well. For more great racing, join us in a few weeks when we go round 3 around the big circuit, the Nordschleife. Peace out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Night, guys.